was just Tolbert's 5th reception on the season.
Yeah, that's not their forte, that's for sure.
And he's had his fair share of drops as well coming into the backfield. Maybe gained half a yard there. 2nd and long for the Mounties. 2 wide set, both aligned to the near side of the field. Allo going to air it out deep, going for Antoine Anderson, but he overshoots him. 3rd and 10.
Well, I mean, there again, nothing against Anderson, but you've got Gilchrist and you've got Macon, and they're your big, long guys, and you need to use what got you to the dance, so to speak.
Third and 9.5 for the Mounties.
As you can tell, Chris, 21. I did not like that play call.
No, and I didn't like it either. I can agree with you on that. 4 wide set here for the Mounties. The lone back, Brandon Wilson. 2 split out to each side. The slot guys are Tredante Hill and Ryan Simpson. Allo's going to go for Simpson, and the Mounties are going to pick up a first down. Simpson across the 35, across the 40, to the far side of the field. The 45-yard line is where he's pushed out. Move the chains for Mount Sac for just the 3rd time in this game.
Yeah, Simpson just slanted over the middle. Allo hit him with a beautiful pass, and hopefully Justin can settle down and continue to throw the ball like that.
So a sigh of relief for the Mountie offense. 1st and 10 for Mount Sac from their own 45. Another 4 wide set. Allo, quick pass Simpson, and it bounced off of his hands and fell to the turf incomplete. A catch you got to make if you're Ryan Simpson.
Yeah, I'm amazed here. We got a cowbell in the audience here, and as I read the rule book, there are no noisemakers allowed in CSFA football. But we're in Riverside, and what are you going to get? Cowbells.
You're going to get home cooking.
Yeah.
It's the only place in junior college football where they have a pasta bar. Handoff Aaron Vons. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He gets into RCC territory before he's taken out of bounds at the RCC 46-yard line, a yard short of a Mountie first down. It'll bring up 3rd and inches.
Yeah, there's one of our freshman running backs. I mean, we are going to be a dangerous football team next year with all this freshman talent we have in the backfield.
You got the 3-headed monster. You got Vons, the freshman. Tony Gates sees some time in the backfield. I formation here. The deep back is the lone sophomore running back, Omaris Tolbert, and now whistles blow. A timeout was taken, and it was taken by Riverside, their second charged one of the half, with 11:41 left to go in the second quarter. No score. The Mounties have just been so good in 3rd and short situations this year that it's almost guaranteed that they pick it up. But against this big, beefy defensive line of RCC, do you go with anything else besides a straight handoff to the sophomore transfer from OCC, Omaris Tolbert?
I think you do. I think you've got an opportunity here to maybe counter with something that's going to be a little more off the shelf. I mean, not off the shelf. I mean, something that's in your back pocket that you could use here. Possibly go for it if you don't make it on 4th and short.
So out of the timeout, it's going to be a 3rd and inches for the Mounties at the Riverside 46. Just the 2nd time that the Mounties have been in enemy territory tonight. RCC offensively, they have not seen Mount Sac side of the field once.
Oh, boy, that is amazing. I didn't realize that. They had the ball on the 45, but you're absolutely right. They went backwards from there and ended up on the 30, I believe. And so this is a big play for Mount Sac, and let's see if they just go with the standard ground and pound.
I formation. Earlier in the game when they faced the 3rd and short, Allo kept it himself. They'll hand off to Tolbert, and he'll pick up a first down. Still on his feet inside the 40, inside the 35, and he's taken down at the 33. So he needed 6 inches. He picked up 8 yards.
Yeah, that was a beautiful run. Tolbert is just such an intelligent runner. He follows his blockers excellently.
This is the deepest that the Mountie offense has been in RCC territory tonight. Another I formation, a receiver split out to each side. Tolbert the deep back. Under center, Allo. He's going to look to throw. He's going to take a shot towards Gilchrist in the end zone, but he overshoots him incomplete. 3rd time tonight, Allo has had one-on-one coverage with one of his top targets, but he hasn't been able to put the ball on the money.
No, he hasn't, and I'm not faulting Allo for that at all. I mean, here we've got a big gap that we just built into the defensive line. I think you go at that. You know, this is belly punching right now.
Gilchrist without a reception so far, and a penalty marker will fly in here. We'll await the call down in the field. I think RCC might have jumped.
It's difficult to tell, but yeah, they're
did.
going to get it for him.
So the Mounties will move inside the RCC 30 for the first time tonight, down to the 28, and it'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, what the Mount Sac coaches couldn't do, Riverside's going to do for them, and that's get positive yardage on first down. Margay Miller was the offensive coordinator years back, and he told me that's the most important thing as an offensive coordinator, and I believe in it. Positive yardage on first down.
2nd and 5 for the Mounties, and now more whistles blow. The scoreboard has 3rd and 5 up. Well, no, the Mounties took a timeout. Maybe to let the officials know that it's 2nd and 5, not 3rd and 5, which it reads up on the RCC scoreboard right now.
Well, that's optimistic thinking. You can't blame RCC.
Oh, now they changed it. 11:19 left to go first half. Still no score, but the Mounties on the move. 2nd and 5 out of the timeout. They'll have it at the RCC 28-yard line. Chris Sylvester alongside the Mountie man, Jim Rogers, and thanks for joining me tonight, huh?
Hey, Chris, man, I thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to be here, and this is just, again, just an opportunity that I looked forward to, and I hope I do a good job up here tonight.
You're doing just fine. I guess all of us here at the Mountie Football Radio Network hoping that the Mounties are just fine when this one's all said and done.
Yeah, I think, I've got a lot of confidence in this football team. They are a solid team from top to bottom.
And I think it really hurts. Even though the Mounties haven't been able to get much going through the air, it really hurts RCC that Trayshawn Broughton, the corner that picked Allo 3 times in the last matchup, is ineligible and not on the field tonight.
Yeah, what an athlete. Several schools looking at him.
Out of the timeout, 2nd and 5, Allo to keep. He gets inside the 25-yard line, and he's taken down by A.J. Hotchkins. Might have been a horse collar, but no official threw the flag there, and it'll bring up 3rd and about 1.5 yards for the Mounties at the RCC 25.
Yeah, Hotchkins showing his strength there. Must have reached around, got the shoulder pad, not the collar, and just kind of one-armed Justin Allen to the ground.
Hotchkins, a transfer from the University of Wyoming. He's just a freshman out of Tigard High School in Oregon. 3rd and 1.5 yards here for the Mounties. An eye set. The deep back, Omaris Tolbert. They'll pitch it to him. He has room to the near side of the field, cuts it back towards the middle, and he'll pick up another Mountie first down to the RCC 20.
Was that a beautiful run or what? Now, that's some game film that he needs to spread around the nation and show what a running back is all about. They closed off the edge on him, saw the hole, took the one cut, got the yardage he needed for the first down. Excellent.
The Mounties, their first red zone trip of the night. They're 82% down in the red zone. Allo will throw far side of the field. Steven Short, the tight end, gets inside the 15, and he's down to the 12 for an 8-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, Short's got some terrific hands. He's a finesse type of tight end. At 250 pounds, though, he moves like he's about 220. I mean, it's incredible the size of that kid for as agile as he is.
2nd and 2.5 for the Mounties. 10 minutes left to go, opening half. No score, and now a penalty marker will fly in. That's a big false start call against the Mounties. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 instead of 2nd and 2.
Yeah, that won't sit good with Bobby Purcell.
So instead of a 2nd and 2 at the RCC 12-yard line, it's a 2nd and 7 from the RCC 17. And when you're down here in the red zone in a game like this, you want to get into the end zone. You don't want to have to settle for a field goal.
That's right. You want to control the ball like now.
Another penalty flag flew in. And now the officials will get together towards the far sideline to determine what the penalty is. And once again, it's against the Mounties. Another false start. They're shooting themselves in the foot down here in the red zone, and now they're out of the red zone back at the RCC 23.
Well, I was commenting that Riverside does that on unopportune times. Now Mount Sac has. It makes me wonder if there's not a problem with hearing here or something that's causing these players to jump off sides.
No score, 9.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Back-to-back false start penalties against the Mounties. Now a 2nd and 12. The lone back, Aaron Vons, Allo to throw, steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle. He's got Macon inside the 10, Macon inside the 5, Macon's into the end zone, touchdown Mounties.
Yes, sirree. That's the way you got to start here at Riverside. You got to get on top of the Tigers, and Mount Sac has finally done it on their 6th possession of the ball.
23 yards from Justin Allo to Derek Macon. And for the sophomore transfer from El Camino College, that's touchdown reception number 11 on the season. And it took us a while, but with 9:13 left to go in the second quarter, it's the Mounties, just like last time, who are on the board first. Alberto Villarreal's extra point is perfect, and it's 7-0. The visitors, the Mount San Antonio College, they hop up on top of the scoreboard first.
Yippee, 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 yay. Here we go, Mounties. Let's go, baby. Let's win this one. So, yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. You got to get on top of the Tigers, try to keep them on their heels. Now it's going to be up to the special teams and Mount Sac defense to keep the Tigers restrained.
An 80-yard touchdown drive for the Mountie offense.
Incredible. That is very nice to see. How many plays? Oh, we don't have.
We don't have that. It's junior college football. What do you expect? We'll get that to you at halftime, though.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry about that. I have to remember there's no replays, and
this might feel like the Super Bowl, but
it does to me. I'll tell you right now. I don't get this
it's just
nervous
community
for
college
anything.
football at the end of the day. So Alberto Villarreal to boot it off for the Mounties. High deep kick will sail back into the end zone. Tremel Davis from 5 yards deep. He's going to bring it out. Gets across the 5, gets across the 10. That was not a good decision for Tremel Davis as he's dragged on out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
No, it wasn't. I think they've been looking at the tape and thinking that the Mount Sac kickoff team can't cover, but as you can see, they were down to cover that one well.
Well, the Mounties, a lot of times, they go with that little pooch kick to negate big returns, but that time RCC's return men stood at their own 10-yard line, and Alberto Villarreal booted it back into the end zone, and kind of a bonehead decision there from Tremel Davis taking it out.
This is interesting. Mount Sac has the Twins in, so this is the first time I've seen the Twins in
CD
probably
and
8 weeks.
Tama Avena, both in there at the linebacking spot for the Mounties. 1st and 10, RCC will fire over the middle, and hit hard by CD Tama Avena is Isaac Whitney after a 5-yard pickup, and oh my. He's just a freshman. He'll be back next year as well.
Yeah, you got to look at that and say to yourself, well, how good are these kids going to get?
Whitney got absolutely popped. That was his first catch of the night. Delayed handoff, Anderson, and Anderson gets back to the original line of scrimmage before he is taken down by CD Tama Avena as well.
Yeah, the Riverside crowd didn't like it, but then again, Chris, the running back's on his feet. He's got to be taken.
And the whistle was not blown.
This is tackle football. So it's until you hit the ground, you're still live. We're not out here playing flag football.
7-0 Mounties. 8:18 left to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 5 for RCC from their own 20. A 2-back set.
Big play.
Anderson and Foster. King going to drop back to pass. Now he's going to step up and run. Gets to the far side of the field. Throws on the run, and he bounced it to Isaac Whitney, the intended target, and RCC for the 6th time tonight will have to punt away the football.
Yeah, they got King off of his feet. He threw unbalanced, and it looked ugly. But, you got to give the kid credit. He kept the play moving, and he tried to get the yardage he needed. He saw Whitney was coming across the middle, tried to get the ball to him, but it was 5 yards short.
Anthony Zamora, he's been fantastic tonight. Mounties will bring the pressure on the punt. And I guess I jinxed him. The first poor punt of the night from Zamora. It'll take an RCC hop and get down to the 40-yard line. So the Mounties will start at their own 40 with 7:52 left to go here in the opening half. 7-0 the Mounties lead. Now they look to build on that one touchdown lead over RCC. Chris Sylvester alongside the Mountie man, Jim Rogers. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Mountie Football Radio Network, an affiliate of Spreaker.com's own National Sports. But Anthony Zamora, the punter for RCC, we've been talking about him more than any other RCC player tonight, and that doesn't bode well most of the time if you're the RCC
not when
Tigers.
You're looking at a Tom Kraft offense, but one of the most prolific coaches in junior college history, and right now his offense is struggling.
So some good field position for the Mounties, who lead 7-0. High snap, delayed handoff, Aaron Vons gets up the middle across the 45, jukes a man, gets to midfield, and he's right around a Mountie first down. And they will pick it up, a 10-yard pickup on first down for Aaron Vons, the freshman.
Well, that's a beautiful play call right there. You got your big heavies, you got an active defensive line. Now you're starting to put them on their heels.
That spread offense for the Mounties. Maybe they're finally in a little bit of a rhythm. After the 23-yard touchdown to Macon to open up the scoring.